All right, so in this example, we'll take a look at working with Flash rollover buttons within PowerPoint Presenter. So right here, I have a quick demo where I have a Flash movie that I created in Flash and then just imported it into PowerPoint, and you can see the rollover effects take place as I roll over each of these characters. Now, if I click one of them, I can actually jump to a specific slide in the presentation, and you can see that over here. So if I continue clicking each of them, you can see that the slide 2, slide 3, and then slide 4 changes. So let's take a look at what's required and how you'd put that together in Flash. If you don't know Flash, that's fine because it's just really a simple piece of code that you can copy and then just modify. But essentially what we have here on the stage, if I get rid of all the text and everything, is just 3 buttons. If I open this up, it's just a Flash button, and then I gave it an instance name of MC button 1. So each button that you create would just have a instance name, and then just change it from MC button 1 to 2 to 3 and so on. So this one is 2, and then the other one is 3. Now inside the button, there's nothing really fancy going on. It's just a up and an over state, right? So there's the black and white version, and on the over state, it's the colored version. And if you wanted to, you could add like a text box or something over here if you wanted him to say something like a chat cloud or something. But it's not until we get to just this one frame in for the action frame that we see the code. Now, without getting into too much detail, essentially this is the only code we're working with. Those are just for the other buttons. But you have your MC button 1, right? So we gave that first button an instance name, telling it to onPress, and then set a function. And really what we're telling it to do, without getting into this with the just the player level, is just telling it to play a slide number. So in this case, it's telling it to play to slide 2. And if I paste that other stuff back in, you can see for MC button 2, I'm just telling it to go to frame 3, MC button 3, I'm telling it to go to 4, and so on. Now the biggest downside, and the reason I don't really work with this a lot, is every time or anytime I make a change in my PowerPoint slide, I'm going to have to come back in here and possibly update all of my navigation. So I'd have to republish this movie, and then if I have it inserted on other slides, I'd have to make those updates. But essentially that's it. Just publish this out, and then you can go back into Presenter and insert it. So right here I have a title slide, and then I have the smaller nav version down here. So if I insert a new slide and insert my Flash movie, so I made 2 menus, right? So in this case I had a smaller nav for the content slides and then a start slide for the home screen. So I'll just insert another big home screen again. The 2 options you want to make sure you set here is advance to next slide when user clicks next, right? If you're going to add a hyperlink here, you obviously want to wait for the learner to click. And then synchronization, which is probably more important, you want to make sure it says set to movie plays independently of slide, and click OK. And that's it. So a couple things to think about. This is the home screen. I'd probably use it more on a home screen than anything. As the nav screen down here, you'll notice that it does sort of kind of reload as it goes through each screen, so it kind of flashes a little bit. And then again, if I have to make any changes in PowerPoint, add some additional slides, I'm going to have to make some adjustments every time I make a slide change. Also, these are transparent, and even though it has this white background, when I publish it, I'm going to be able to see my content slides. So if you have a bunch of content, you may want to just put that in first, make the changes, and then import the Flash movie, or just drag it off the slide a little bit. So a couple options for working with Flash buttons in Articulate Presenter. I'm going to have the source files in the community forum so you can grab them there.